Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? In here for day one of Legal Tampering. You know what I'm saying? Been a quite eventful day. Seen some old faces come back home. Seen some new faces coming to the building. Saw some people leave out the building. You know what I'm saying? But, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. And I know it's a lot of questions. I know it's a lot of questions about the biggest move of the day. We're gonna get into that too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody to, have their feelings upset, get their blood pressure up for no reason. Ain't no need for all that. You know what I'm saying? So, let me pull up this free agent list real quick. All right. So the very first signing that we had, fan favorite, it came back home. Went to Washington and went to Chicago. Did well in both spots, but Alama is the kid. He came back. Now, for me, that's a solid sign. It's a very, very underrated sign, especially for what we came for. We got him in here. I think he's on a 1 year, $3 million deal, something like that. It's something cheap, right? Pennies on a dollar. You got a serviceable third option at wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? If necessary. Um, and then right after that, we go sign Jahan Dotson. Y'all may remember him. Jahan started off. He was the first round pick for the Commanders, and then he went from the Commanders. He went to Philly, but he did quality work. See, like I think a lot of people wanted us to make a splash signing when it wasn't really necessary because you already have your splash players on the team, right? You don't really need now. Do we have a need at wide receiver too? Yeah. Could Dawson fill that role? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't put all my eggs in the basket on Dawson being wide receiver too. Me personally, I just wouldn't do it. But Camden Howard, 6 or 7. All right, what's that? But me personally, I wouldn't put Dodson at number 2. I would let him and the kids fight it out for wide receiver 3 and 4. All right, but in all actuality, like you don't really need like a top of the line wide receiver at wide receiver 2 with the offense that we have. You got what I'm saying? B. John will get the bulk of the workload, and then from B. John, it probably go Drake, and then go on Pitt. Well, no, it probably go Pitts, then it go Drake. All right, like what's going on, Kurt? Name a car for edit. Uh, I got an Audi A4 edit at GT3 edit. But yeah, um, all right, Craig. Since you brought it up, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Hey, Craig, man, the link in the chat. You can come on in. Hey, most definitely. Like I ain't got no problem with the tool sign. Audi A4, all drive Quattro Prestige package. But yeah, with the tool signing, man, like I have absolutely no issue with it because like I said, they told people for the long. Everybody kept saying the same. Like, man, we need a starting quarterback. This and third. Like, no, you really don't. You really don't need a starting quarterback because you already got one. That's finished. Well, all right. No, you already have Penix. So you have to see what you have in Penix first before you sit there and pull the trigger and go make a massive signing at the quarterback position. Because otherwise, you can end up in the exact same situation that you did with Kirk Cousins and Penix. It'd be history repeating itself. That's literally what just got the last regime up out here. So Kyler Murray, even though he's available, that wasn't an option. That wasn't going to be. That never was going to be an option. Even though it would cost the same amount of money to sign Kyler Murray, it wasn't going to be an option because whoever signed Kyler Murray, you're signing Kyler Murray to be your starting quarterback for a couple of years. You're not just signing him to come in and you know be that veteran in the locker room and take a back seat to Michael Penix. Like you're not signing him for that. If we brought Kyler Murray in, if I was Penix, I would have already got it in my head. Well, I'm gonna go compete. I'm gonna go compete, but with them bringing him in here, 9 times out of 10 I'm going to the bench. Now with Tua, it's different, all right? Tua has his own health injuries and stuff. Tua had his own following out with leadership and stuff. Oh, down there in Miami, there's a lot of things going on too. See what I'm saying? Tua is literally a bridge quarterback, and if need be, he can be a starter for you. But I'm not signing Tua in the vein of he's going to be my starting quarterback for the rest of the season. See what I'm saying? Rebo, what's that? Yeah, like I'm not signing Tua for that. I'm signing Tua, well, for one, because of the continuity. Because a lot of people make jokes about it, but here's another starting quarterback that's left-handed in the league. So remember last year when everybody was sitting there in the offseason, they was sitting talking about, well, the receivers they gonna have a problem catching the ball because the ball spin different. Okay, well now you have two left-handed quarterbacks, so their ball will spin the same. So now it's really a plug and play situation. Pennis get hurt, God forbid, you got two, the ball still move the same way. You don't have to readjust. Two, if Pennis not ready to start at the beginning of the season, which I definitely think he is, but the man already said he just said numerous times, I'm ahead of schedule. Like I'm a month ahead of schedule. See what I'm saying? Um, man, sound dirty. What's happening, but yeah, like he just said that like I'm ahead of schedule. I'm about to start. I'm about to start running on the G treadmill, which is great. Which means you've already started on um light jogging and stuff. For you to get on the G treadmill, that's basically I'm trying to get you back up to full speed on the treadmill, but I'm distorting your weight. So your legs are getting the work, but it's not carrying as much weight. So I don't know, man, like Tua would they said Stefanski sat down and told Kenneth beforehand, hey look, we're gonna bring Tua in here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have competition. Lace up. I have no issue with that at all. At all. Because that right there is gonna set the table. Not just for this year, but it's gonna set the table for the franchise going forward. Because if Tua comes in and he beat out Penix, well, all right, I can sit there and try to develop him behind the scene. I can try to develop him while I still have a decent enough starter where I can win games. in the meantime. Or I'm already looking to 2027 where I have a first round pick where I can go get a starting quarterback. Because either way you put it, Tua's not staying here. Tua's going to breeze through, but he's not going to stay here. At best, Tua signs another 1 year contract with a in the offseason. But after that point, like the only way Tua would stay beyond that is if he sit there and beat out Penix and then he lights it up. And we go playoff and win like a playoff game. All right. Then there's a serious conversation to be had. Hey Tua, you're still getting all this bread from Miami. So how about we just sit there and sign to another veteran minimum, but we put these incentives in place where you can sit there and make more money. Because I think Tua's getting what, like 40 something. I want to say he's getting like 44 from Miami. So I think this season in total he'll be making like 45.3, give or take. All right. Well, let me throw a couple of incentives on it. If you light it up this year or whatever, you beat our Penix, you light it up this year. Let's say I throw some more incentives on top of it where you throw for 4,000 yards. That's a 4,000 yards. That's another 700,000, and you throw 30 30 touchdowns. That's another 750. You know what I'm saying? Like so on, and I get your number up closer to you making 50 million if you hit your escalators. Here's sign back for it. Here's sign back for it. And all that does, that puts you in a better position going forward. Because instead of having to go draft a quarterback right then and there, you can go get that crowning piece for a Super Bowl run with that first round pick instead. So we talk Tua, Alameda, and Dyson. So we brought back Austin Hooper. Y'all remember Austin Hooper? Austin Hooper came in. Matter of fact, Austin Hooper was a rookie the year we went to Super Bowl. Like, that was his rookie season. Showed out. Was productive tight end. He sort of got washed when he went. Well, he didn't get him not his playing ability. He just got washed behind Hunter Henry because he kept trying to promote Henry over Hooper. Uh, But say I wasn't mad at the signing. I thought it made sense, but I think people are looking at Tua as the starter versus the backup. Plus, we have another left-handed quarterback in the building, and Tua doesn't start. Exactly. Like Tua signing the Tua signing literally signals to the fan base, hey, Penix is going to be our guy. As long as Penix do what Penix supposed to do, we if you ever look for a sign of commitment to Penix, the Tua signing is it. Now, if we went and got Kyler Murray, all right, Penix, yeah, like you're not long for being here in Atlanta. Hell, if you went and got a Geno Smith, that still would have been an issue. That pretty much would have sit there and signaled the exact same thing. Like Penix, you're not long for here in Atlanta. Tua coming off an injury and all the turmoil and stuff that happened in Miami signal, all right, we're behind Penix, but we're not gonna just crown him the starter. You got to work for it. I have no issue with that. I have no issue with that at all. Like I put it to you like this. Like if we assign Kyler Murray or Geno Smith, it would have been like Tyler Algier and B. John Robinson when B. John got drafted. Like you already knew automatically he's gonna be the starter. He's gonna start over Algier, even though Algier just came off 1,000 yards. I mean, like John Brook, I get it. And he said I'm not really a fan of us getting to it, but I understand why we signed him. Like Tua, Tua is there for insurance. That's literally it. That's what he's there for, and to actually push Penix. Because you got to think about like even though a quarterback come out and say like yeah I'm still hungry this that and the third like you sort of like yeah you put the work in practice and stuff and Kirk Cousins took the dip after he got hurt. But let's keep it a band. If Kirk Cousins had never injured his elbow, would we have actually seen Penix on the field this year? If Kirk Cousins had finished out his first year as he started, you probably wouldn't have seen Penix on the field this year. We probably ran it back with Kirk. But because we took an inserted Penix, that's what I said. Like the moment you have to start out with with Kirk because you decided to give him so much money. But the moment that Penix get it on the field, you can't take him off the field. Like it doesn't matter. It does not matter what the circumstance. You can't take him off the field because he's the first round quarterback. Once he got on the field, because of the dynamics of the situation that you created, once he gets on the field, you have to ride with him because you have to let him go through his ups and his downs, the bumps and the bruises. You have to go through. You can't sit there and play yo-yo with him. I'm like to and also like it helps the team though because the team like even though Penix and Tua throw with two entirely different level of arm strength, the throws, the spin, the rotation is all the same. It's still gonna be the same. It's still gonna rotate the exact same way. Cause like to me, I think it was the second best signing that we had for today. And the first best signing, I'm gonna have to go with what's his name? The linebacker Christian y'all help me out. Cause we just signed him from the Texans. Uh, Christian Harris. All right. So a lot of people was asking like, what's over Christian Harris? Who is it? All right. Christian Harris, like when he was with the Texans before he got hurt, he was a dog. I mean, dog. Like I'm talking about playing at like Pro Bowl, and you could like at a Pro Bowl level, and you could see he could make that jump to All Pro. Then he got hurt, and then the Texans, being the Texans, they couldn't sit around and wait for him and stuff. So they took his drafted a whole bunch of linebackers. They brought a whole bunch of linebackers in. He sort of got washed. So I have like to me, Christian Harris is the best signing that we have so far, and I say it because of this. So now, for one, you've eliminated the JD Bertrand getting a chance on defense situation. You won't have that issue again because and for two, because Caden Ellis is still technically he hasn't signed with nobody. He's still a free agent, so he could come back. He could come back. We could bring Harris in. If Caden leaves, Harris is in. Harris could start. Me personally, I would start Jalen Walker at middle linebacker. That's what I would do, and just have Harris as a depth piece along with Troy Anderson. See what so we took and restructured Troy Anderson contract, right? Because initially it had told, which basically is because you started the season on a physically unable to play list, and you didn't play at all that season. Technically, you don't get a cruise season. So what was supposed to be Troy Anderson's third season last year, that was supposed to be his third season. Technically, it wasn't counted, so he still would have been at two seasons, right? So then he still would have been on the contract with us for this year and the following year. But because we took and restructured it, we gave him the cruise season. So now he's on the contract with us for one more year. This upcoming season will be his last year on the contract, which that put that put pressure on him too, which is what you want. You want pressure on him. Hey man, like get it together. What we gonna do? Cause you've shown flashes, you've shown that you could be good, then you've shown that you could be dog awful. So what is it? What do we have here? Like I can say this, even though Terry found a lot of talent and stuff, from what I've seen so far, this regime is more intentional. It's not sitting there playing the game with nobody. We go get to it. We building this thing to win now and to be sustainable, and we putting pressure on people. I like it. Me personally, get that what you need. Like yeah, we have players that they're a lot to be the starter. We have players that's a lot to be a starter. We have some players that's on the team that shouldn't be on the team. And what this regime is doing is weeding them out. Either you go show up and do your job, or you go get up out of here. I have no issue with that. I have no problem with that at all. Uh, we took in and we took in and re-signed Natron Brooks, which I mean, me personally, I would have let him go. I would have let him go, and we took in let Diafa walk, which is crazy too. So Diafa got a 3-year, $21 million deal or $20 million with Buffalo. Hold on, with yeah, he got 10 million on guaranteed. That's a good look. I mean, for him, that's a damn good look. I'm happy for him. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I got a phone call. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm gonna start the live back over. Give me 5 minutes. My bad. I apologize.